Out on my walk today, I thought I heard someone say hello to me in Arabic, but turns out it was just, you know, a false salam. Well, hello and welcome. I'm going to stop apologizing for being late because I'm just going to be working on my own schedule. It seems life has obstacles and things throw up in your way and in your path, and the obstacle is the direction in which you're supposed to be going. I also am going to apologize for the slurred speech and just the way I sound right now. A couple of days ago, I took a nap in the afternoon before going to work and woke up with Bell's palsy again on the right side of my face. And while I'm not in any pain or anything, the right side of my face is completely frozen and paralyzed. And so all I've got is the left side of my mouth to talk out of. Please bear with me as we face this new obstacle. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I wanted to share this story for a couple of weeks now as kind of a progression along the path and the way things are going. June 12th of last year, 2022, it was a Sunday, and I struggled all day about going to the Magic Castle. The reception that I had gotten there after the Los Angeles Times article came out, and there was a huge Hannibal pushback, had been less than receptive, really since the end of the pandemic, honestly. And I didn't want the negativity. I didn't want the boys' club to be pushing in the way that they were going to be. But I had new material to work on. I had new things I wanted to put in front of audiences. I had the opportunity to go and relax and perform in front of people. So that was the deciding factor. I decided, well, there's somebody that could use a laugh, could use a good card trick, and I'm the guy to do it. I'm the guy to bring it, and it's a good place to work on material, and it's a good place to absorb some history, and so that's what I did. And while I was setting up outside, kind of enjoying the sunset, kind of enjoying the view from the top of the hill, a member of the Academy of Magical Arts that I know very well approached me in the lounge area and asked me what the fuck I thought I was doing there. And I said, I'm the fuck doing card tricks for the guests that are coming in tonight. And they told me that if they had their way, the board of directors, the board of trustees, the membership of the Academy would revoke my membership and kick me out to the curb. And then he spit in my face, which wasn't really the reception that I wanted at the club that I had served for over 10 years. But life is what it is, and I'm much slower to anger than I used to be. So I shrugged it off, and I wiped my face off, and I went to go inside. The gentleman at the door who runs security and the membership list, his name is Scotty. And as I approached the door, Scotty asked me if I had heard from Joey. Now, Joey is the owner-operator of the House of Cards nightclub restaurant in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'd worked there several times for him in the past. Always had a good reception, great audiences, great venue. And I said, no, I haven't heard from him. And Scotty informed me that Joey had been asking around if anyone thought I would be willing to relocate to Nashville and become a resident magician at the House of Cards. And, I'm like, well, that's exciting news. Maybe we should talk. Obviously, no offer had been made to me yet. We had not even spoken yet. But I was interested. And, when a door opens up and it looks interesting, I'm the person that walks through it. So I sent him a text message, left him a voicemail. And I waited. In the meantime, while waiting, I went downstairs at the castle, and I started doing my little card monkey tricks for the people downstairs. I had a great, great evening. About an hour or two after I had been there, I got a text from the co-owner operator of the underground theater at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. And she wrote me just a note that basically said, a little birdie is in my ear telling me that maybe you might think about writing a seance show for the Stanley Hotel. And I responded with what's my deadline? And she said, November. We'd like to have something, written out and scripted and possibly ready to perform, before the Christmas season. And I said, I can absolutely do that. I can get you something written. I'll start on it right away. So, waiting to hear from Joey. Also have a job opportunity, within 6 months or so, something that could be really interesting. And then the next day, after what I thought was a very pleasant, successful night at the castle, made some people laugh, made some people smile, and improved the work that I was working on. So the next day, I get a call from the other owner-operator at the Stanley, and they were like, actually, November might be too late. Can you be here Sunday? Which was 6 days away. And we had a very long discussion about what they wanted, about what they anticipated, and the opportunities and the pitfalls and everything else that might occur. And I was in. I was already hooked. I was like, I have not yet heard back from Joey at the time, and I will leave him another message. But yeah, get me a ticket, and I'll be there Sunday, and we can start to work. And I went, and I lived in a hotel for 2 weeks and intensively studied the program the owner, Aidan Sinclair, had already written, the pieces that he had already put together, and then added my own flavor to it, added my own point of view. And they offered me the job full time. And in the meantime, in that 2 weeks, Joey got back to me and asked if I would be interested in a residency in Nashville. So I weighed the possibilities. It's like, Nashville is nice, and it's a great venue, and there's nothing against Joey at all. But Nashville was a lateral move from Los Angeles. It's basically, Tennessee's version of Vegas and LA, and it's becoming a big entertainment city. But in Estes Park, I could stand out as my own person, as my own show in my own theater, creating my own art in a show that I would write myself. So I sent my regrets to Joey, told him I'd be willing to work there, on a part-time basis in the future, doing a week or two at some point. But I wanted to put my heart onto the table, and I had the opportunity to present something that was all mine. My vision tied in with what the hotel wanted, which was a history of the supernatural history of the hotel. And I was able to do that by writing a good show. It is a show. It is a show. And it touches lives, and it touches hearts, and it moves them, and it moves me, and it was the right choice to make. So now, because of providence, or God, or the universe, or fate, or destiny, or any of those things, or maybe just 30 years of hard work, creating, strengthening my character and my personality and my skill level, and the opportunity opened, and I was able to step through with confidence. And by all measures, it has been a success. To me, to them, I lift hearts. I experience people crying in joy nearly every night, nearly every session. because I'm able to point out to them the beauty and the fragility of their own lives. I am immensely blessed with the place that I live, the place that I work, the people that love me, the people that I get the opportunity to love in return. And I leave it all on the table. And they are welcome to dine and to feast on what I have to offer. And that's the story I wanted to tell. And that's the feeling that I have about the place. Today is July the 4th. 1 year ago, I was with Sarah at Disney World, wondering what this coming year was going to bring to me. It's brought me a lot of love. It's brought me a lot of satisfaction. It's brought me a lot of opportunity to pour my heart out and be what I feel I'm destined to be. I hope there's love where you are.
Where this road is taking me, but I know that I'm exactly right where I'm supposed to be. The journey is long, full of joy and pain, but as long as you're smiling, I'll stand in the rain. I've got nothing left to give other than love. But the funny thing about that is, love is everything. I hope there is love where you are. I hope there is love where you are. I may be a liar full of tricks, but if you'd open up your eyes, you would see nothing but the truth behind all of my lies. I broke every rule, and I bore every boulder, and I carried the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I've got nothing left to give other than